So do you like the idea of meal planning and prepping, but you aren't quite sure where to begin or how to keep up with it consistently? Our next guest is going to help us take the stress out of meal preparation.
That's right. Welcome, Samantha Eaton, and she's a certified health coach, and today she's on the show. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Oh.
Great, thank you. Okay, so meal prepping, there are a lot of benefits. I mean, it can save you some time. It can save you money, too,
Absolutely.
right? But the fact is some people are sort of intimidated by it, or it kind of stresses them out to think about planning what they're going to eat for the week.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen a lot of times that people have this overwhelm-induced inaction where it can be really daunting when you sit down to prep for the week and you think about all the different times you're going to be eating. There's 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 5 dinners, there's snacks, and that's only for the work day or for the work week. Mm-hmm. So when you think about that, especially if you're more perfectionist mindset oriented, black and white, all or nothing thinking, if you can't meal plan and prep perfectly, a lot of people just don't do it at all. So my favorite tip for this one is to figure out what's causing you to feel overwhelmed to begin with. So for some people, it's just thinking about, I have all these things to make. Some people, it's I have to spend all this time in the kitchen, and really to attack that. So for me, if I think about making 5 lunches and 5 dinners, I'm feeling overwhelmed. But if I cut that by half, I'm feeling better. So I just make extra for dinner and have leftovers for lunch the next day. So that helps reduce that.
Helps
hugely.
the overwhelm. You're not cooking 5 lunches and 5 dinners. You're just cooking. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay, another thing that people think about is that there's no variety in meal prep. I want the same thing over and over. There's no variety. What do you say?
Yeah, that's definitely a big one. So if you're eating the same foods over and over, the same meals over and over, you're eating the same flavors every day.
Every day.
You're going to fall into what I call a food funk. You're going to get sick of it. So you might even do your meal planning and prepping. It's sitting there in your fridge, but you're getting takeout. You're getting restaurant food, and all that time and money is wasted.
Yeah.
So I have 2 tips here.
Okay.
The first tip is each night that you're thinking about planning your dinners, have each night be a different kind of flavor profile, a different type of cuisine. So I have some ideas here. So this one can be more Asian inspired, this one is more Mexican, and this one is more Italian. So you see each of these have complete different flavors. There's total different textures in there. There's different ingredients that you're using. So you're tricking your brain into thinking you're eating something completely different all the time just by having that good variety.
Yes, so pick different themes. Okay,
exactly.
That's a good tip.
The second one I have is building on the first one. So if you make leftovers for dinner and want to have it for lunch the next day, but you're like, I just don't want to eat the exact same thing for dinner as lunch, which especially women, we need more variety in our lives. My husband and I have been doing this thing for a while that works great, where you cook all your food, your lunch and dinner at once. You have some type of meat, some type of veggie, some type of carb. You don't use any flavors. So you have all that, no flavors except salt, none. Here's the trick, right? When you're done cooking, you put half of it away for lunch the next day. Whatever you're in the mood for that night, you add those flavors and toppings. Then for lunch the next day, you're like, ooh, I'll just add different flavors and toppings. It takes you about a minute, but you're using the same base, so it really cuts down on time a lot.
And then it's like a whole different
meal.
And you get that variety.
Yeah.
Another thing, people say, you know, I try this meal prepping stuff, but it takes so much time.
Yes.
It was fine this week, but I can't keep doing this forever and ever. They think it's not sustainable.
Exactly. That's a huge one. So I find that planning to do all on Sunday is not sustainable for a lot of people. Some people it works great. Other people it's not that sustainable for them. So what I recommend doing with this one is breaking it up into different days. So for example, on Thursday, you plan out what you're going to make and you write your grocery list. Then on Friday, on your way home from work, you swing by the grocery store and you pick up stuff on your list. Then by the time it's Saturday, you already know what you're making. You already have all of your ingredients you need. You can just find little pockets of time between those 2 days to fit your prep in. So for example, if Saturday night you're watching a movie, you can kick off a big batch of rice and throw some veggies in the oven to roast. Then on Sunday, if you have a gym class you're going to, but maybe you have 20 minutes before you need to leave, maybe you grab your food processor and shove a bunch of veggies in there. So look for little pockets to make it easier.
That is helpful because I found when I was doing that, Sunday was ruined for me. I mean, I was so cranky because I'd spend hours
It's like
and
one
hours.
of your 2 precious days off. You don't want to spend it in the kitchen.
Right. So just break it up into little pockets of time. Okay?
Yeah.
You're pretty pragmatic, but people you say they set unrealistic expectations.
I find that for sure, especially again those more perfectionist mindset people. But at the end of the day, meal planning and prepping is work. It's going to take time. It's going to take some, effort. Yes, there's some things you can do to make it a little easier on yourself, but it's not going to be this beautiful, seamless thing. You're going to make recipes that don't turn out good. You're going to overestimate or underestimate how long things take. And some weeks you're just not going to be feeling it. And just go in knowing that that's normal, that's okay. Try to learn from what happened and see where you might make tweaks for future. and to find your fun factor. So if you view meal planning and prepping as a chore, you're not going to want to do it. So what's going to make it fun for you? I love playing fun music and just singing and dancing around my kitchen as I cook, podcasts, watching TV. Just figure out something to make you want to do it in some way, shape, or form.
That helps so much. You have a class coming up where you help people walk through this and make meal prepping more manageable.
I do, yeah. It's on the 23rd at Bellies and Babies, and it's a big class about how to meal plan and prep quicker, more efficiently, and there's snacks there too. So that's always fun.
That makes things fun too. Snacks. HealthyEaton.com. E-A-T-O-N. HealthyEaton.com. That's where you will find Samantha Eaton online. Check it out. If you would like to work with her, again, she's a certified health coach, can help work with you one-on-one if that's what you need. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you guys.